His name is Static. He's an American. You know how flashy they can be.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 black superheroes who should have their own movies.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight.
Sometimes anger can help you survive.
We've got Justice League business.
I figured. Aren't you dressed yet?
For this list, we're looking at popular, cool, and inspiring black heroes and heroines who deserve a shot at the silver screen. Did your favorite make the list? Let us know which hero you want to see at the movies first in the comments. Number 10, Vixen.
It's a long story, but the short version is that this totem gives me the ability to channel the ashe, or the spirit of any animal.
Vixen is a character who shows up in a lot of teams, but seldom has the spotlight all to herself. Although she was meant to be the first black female hero to headline her own series in the 70s, her book got canceled when DC went through hard times. But her story definitely deserves to be heard. In some versions of Vixen's origin story, she's a supermodel with roots in a long line of superpowered women that all hail from the fictional African nation of Zambezi.
Learning about my heritage, my powers, the evil my mother fled our homeland to protect me from, no child should have to carry that burden.
Her magical totem allows her to be as strong as an ox, as fast as a cheetah, and able to tase a dude like an electric eel. There's definitely enough in her powers alone for some awesome action scenes.
Come on out! Face us like a man!
I've got a better idea. How about I kick your ass like a woman instead?
Number 9, Frozone.
Bob, the monorail!
Frozone! Yeah!
While the Incredibles franchise is full of great characters, Frozone scenes particularly stand out. His perfect blend of super-heroic style with painfully relatable down-to-earth struggles struck a chord across multiple generations of viewers. It's rare to see a character who feels just as at home arguing with his wife about his supersuit as he is skating through the sky on a cool ice bridge.
Honey!
What?
Where's my supersuit?
What?
Where is my supersuit?
Put it away!
Where?
But Samuel L. Jackson's voice acting and an incredible script made Frozone smooth, chill, and every other ice pun we can think of. We'd love to see his origins, or in his own new adventure in a solo film. Would it be that hard for Disney to get him to record lines for a Frozone feature in between Nick Fury appearances?
The thing is, he wants us to bring you, too.
Hey. That isn't gonna hold them long. Dad, grab the baby.
Number 8, Black Lightning. Jefferson Pierce is a superpowered Olympic athlete and often serves as a high school principal in neighborhoods that face gang violence and corruption. Since he doesn't believe in violence, he keeps his abilities under wraps until a series of new threats starts putting his students in danger. Black Lightning inspired people by fighting evil with his powers and reminding teens that education, understanding, and self-determination are the keys to arriving at a better future.
Where's the future?
Right here!
And whose life is this?
Mine!
And what are you gonna do with it?
Live by any means necessary!
His inspiring origin story was made into a live-action TV series that ran for 4 seasons, but he still deserves a big screen debut. If a director with style adapted his backstory, a Black Lightning movie could follow in Black Panther's footsteps and become a cultural phenomenon.
See, I praise God for sending us Black Lightning, an angel of justice to fight that evil.
Number 7, Steel.
Excuse me. Mind if we kick your ass?
John Henry Irons is named after a mythical figure, wears a cape, and carries a physics-defying hammer. That admittedly might sound a little like Thor, but we can't forget that Irons engineered a suit of powered armor for himself, and oh yeah, he's best friends with Superman.
I'm just saying. Well, I can't tell you how glad I am to see you again.
So basically, we're saying Steel is awesome, and it's unbelievable he's been kept out of the spotlight. He did get a movie adaptation in the 90s starring none other than Shaquille O'Neal. Although Shaq is a big fan of the character, the movie was not great. Fortunately, a better and edgier version of the character just showed up in Superman and Lois. But we still believe a proper adaptation of Steele's original ingenuity and kindness could soar on its own.
Go get him.
Don't wait up.
Number 6. Mr. Terrific. Although Mr. Terrific isn't traditionally a headline character featured in films, he definitely deserves to be. His superpower, being invisible to cameras and machinery, may sound like it's too subtle for a blockbuster action movie. But it would be perfect for a stealth and intrigue-based spy flick. A movie could also focus on why Mr. Terrific led the Justice Society. He has a brilliant mind.
Flash, come in!
Metro Tower, what can we do for you, Mr. Terrific?
Send a team to the following coordinates.
His brain rivals Batman for strategic brilliance, and he has a talent for engineering all kinds of crazy gadgets.
These are 2 inventions of mine, 2 autonomous mini drones, one with offensive and the other with defensive capabilities.
And although Mr. Terrific is one of the top 3 smartest people on planet Earth, he also gets involved in superhero action. His toughness and wit would make him a fun hero to see outwitting and outfighting villains on screen.
Nice aim.
That's the thing. They ain't themselves.
Number 5. Power Man, Luke Cage.
And I'm telling you, it's about to be sick.
All right, Cage. Show me what you got.
As Power Man, Luke Cage was the very first black superhero to headline his own comic series. Right from the start, his swaggering confidence and impenetrable skin made him one of Marvel's most compelling characters. In recent years, he ditched the yellow shirt and steel tiara for a less garish costume. At the same time, he went from doing Heroes for Hire gigs with his buddy Iron Fist to being a full member of the Avengers. Cage also pioneered community-based hero work to build bridges with underprivileged neighborhoods to peacefully reduce crime.
I feel like a fireman, always putting out fires, never enough water.
You're a black man trying to make a difference. No black man has ever stepped forward in service without sacrifice.
You know what? That was halfway deep.
The Luke Cage Netflix series was a start. However, its darker tone left out a lot of the fun side of the character. Luke Cage could cut loose in a stylized feature film.
You can accept that you're bulletproof, right? And you can accept that my hand, it glows. But you can't accept a dragon.
Hell no.
Number 4. Storm.
Storm, seal those cracks.
On a team full of people who have powers like shoot lasers out of my face and werewolfing into a blue beast, Storm has the ability to command the weather itself. Now, we're not saying that makes her better than the other X-Men, although a tornado could majorly help you win a fight in an instant. But outside of her powers, Storm has a lot more to her backstory than we've seen in the movie so far.
You and Miss Gray are school teachers?
Yes, at a school for people like us, where we can be safe.
Safe from what?
Everyone else.
She's had unique experiences that range from being raised as a goddess to becoming Queen of Wakanda. Either of those plot lines alone is worth exploring in a full feature-length film. It's time for this weather-controlling mutant to have her time in the sun.
We need you. I need you.
I've got your back.
Look.
End of discussion.
Number 3. John Stewart's Green Lantern.
You are the Green Lantern known as John Stewart?
I am.
Your ring.
John Stewart is not the first Green Lantern from Earth. But when compared to the hotshot Hal Jordan and Guy Anger Issues Gardner, he is the only one who reliably acts like a professional.
You are no fun.
This isn't supposed to be fun. We've got a job to do, and we will do it better without distractions, understood?
As an ex-Marine and a former architect, Stewart brings all the cool-headed leadership and tactical thinking it takes to wield the Green Lantern's willpower-based power ring. Ever since he starred in the animated Justice League show, he's become one of the better-known members of the Green Lantern Corps. And what better way to make people forget about the major live-action movie flop starring Hal Jordan's Green Lantern than to make a film about Stewart? He'd be a fresh new face that audiences would take seriously.
Let those who worship evil's might beware my power! Green Lantern's light!
Number 2, Static.
Should we carve the turkey, or are you gonna tell me about Static, Weasel?
Someone say my name?
Remember Static Shock? The cartoon was a huge hit when it came out in the early 2000s, and for good reason. The writing was smart, Static made for a relatable role model, and there was just something so cool about the way he rode around on a levitating disc. So here's a question. Where has he been since then? When you have a character with this much personality and a successful TV show, you'd expect him to be used more often.
Static had this to say.
I just put a shock to their system, Anna. All in a day's work. If your job is being Dakota's funky fresh hero, that is.
We definitely appreciated seeing him in the ensemble of the Young Justice series lately, but he has more than enough history and charisma to lead a movie. It's time he gave a shock to DC's system with an electrifying story.
Feels good.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. War Machine. Although he's getting a TV series, Don Cheadle's Rhodey could easily command a movie.
Show him what we got.
You're up.
Yes! Now this is gonna be a good story.
The Blue Marvel. He has incredibly powerful abilities that would be fun to see on screen. Batwing. This member of the Bat family could soar into his own feature.
Luke?
You want a megaphone to announce that? Call me Batwing.
Mercedes Misty Knight. A heroine with a bionic arm and fascinating history.
Thought you were done.
You got in my head. But I had to do things my way on my own terms.
Icon. A superb superhero that could star in a solo film or with his frequent partner Rocket.
And Icon.
You know, I was the one who convinced Icon to become a hero in the first place.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Cyborg.
I did not think you would come. Humans scare so easily.
I'm only half human.
After upgrading from the Teen Titans to the Justice League, Cyborg starred in the weird and wacky Doom Patrol and Zack Snyder's Justice League. His great role in all those stories has given him enough popularity to be the logical choice to headline a crowd-pleasing solo movie next. And rightly so. There's a ton of rich story potential in Cyborg's struggle to cope with having most of his body replaced with machinery after a traumatic accident. It also helps that he has kick-ass powers like a sonic cannon and is already known for a memorable catchphrase.
Booyah! I don't know who you are or where you're from, but Atlas, I just kicked your virtual butt.
Cyborg could be the perfect man-machine hybrid for a legendary superhero movie.
The fate of the world will literally rest in your hands.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.